Let me wait and see who is going to come on this live. It's it's a very lazy day for me. I'm just going to make a quick video laying here. Don't worry, my skin has been acting out lately, so this camera quality is quite um, exposing my skin. So I come at you guys just as I am. I come before you as I am. And I think you guys have seen I've cut my hair. Yeah, I, I cut my hair. I cut my dreadlocks because I had had enough of dreadlocks. So this new look, it's like I like it. Fresh face and all that. I just washed my face. So guys, I just came here to hang out a little bit with you guys so that I can tell you guys that some stuff, a few stuff that I feel like I want to talk about on this live. I've seen three people have joined. Probably some people are going to watch this video later after I'm done. Yes, now you guys are nine. How is your holiday going? For me, it has been okay. Yeah, I had my cousin over. My cousin came with the my cousin. Oh, I've seen Anointed Prayers is saying that she checked my for my videos. Yes, my cousin came like a couple of like she I think she came on 24th evening on the Christmas Eve, and she just left with she came with her two sons, and she was just here with us, and me, Amor, and Daisy. Daisy have just cleared high school, so she's here with me. She's waiting for her results on January 23rd. That is when the results are going to be released for her to find out if she's getting into university or she can get to college or whatnot. Yeah, before she proceed with anything else in her life. So she's here with me. They are downstairs with Amor. So yeah, it has been hectic year for me, hectic end of the year because I've been working hard, running two businesses. There are only two businesses, but I'm trying to run the two businesses. So I have been really, really busy, really busy. I haven't had time to even film. And I know a lot of you guys feel like you are very disappointed because I cannot juggle, I cannot multitask, film while doing other stuff. But I know that life happens, and people always film whenever they have a chance. So I took a bit of days off from 24th evening, like 25th, 26th today, 27th. So at least 3 days to recuperate and then go back to work when I feel a bit fresh. And the Christmas Eve I was sick, Christmas Day I was sick because I think I ate something that had some bacteria in it, maybe the food from the restaurants. So I had food poisoning. I had running stomach the whole night, the second day. And on Christmas Day, all pharmacies were closed, usually closed here, so I didn't have my medication. So the next day, the entire night, I couldn't eat on Christmas, man. We cooked and I cooked and all that, but I couldn't have. I just had breakfast and then supper. I couldn't eat. Lunch, I couldn't eat. I just felt so uncomfortable, weak and ill because obviously, if you're having running stomach, you know how it feels. It's horrible. So yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. To an extent, I know it is a bit too much information, but to an extent, it's just like flowing like a river. Like a river, you cannot control it. If you see it a little bit and you think you are just feeling your weight, you have to go change your clothes. That is how bad my running stomach was. Thank God now it's gone because I've taken some medication. I took some medication from yesterday. Now I'm feeling much better. Yeah. So, but after you've had running stomach, I think usually you 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 lose some nutrients in your body, so your body become a little bit weak. So that's what I feel. I feel a bit dizzy and a bit weak, but all is good. I'm fine. I'm in good spirit. Everyone in the family is doing great. We are happy. We enjoyed the holidays, and it is not as it used to be when we were young kids. We used to really anticipate Christmas, but nowadays it just comes and goes. I mean, nobody really gives pays too much attention about it. So you guys, I just wanted to say something. I don't know if I rant in my videos and I tell you guys what the things that go on, especially in my business, the business aspect of the video of my life. So I want to tell you something. In the beginning of this year, I don't know, in August, I did the worst mistake of my life. Okay, the worst ever mistake of my life. I feel very bitter. I feel very heartbroken. I feel sad, because I sort of, you people, I understand why people decide not to lend a helping hand to, um, to extended to families, yani to, like, let's say your relatives. Let me just say that, because you people, I cannot fathom how, I don't know. I don't know how to rephrase my words, or how to put my words, because I have so many things to say about this. I have so many things to say about this. And I don't understand, Jenny. I just don't understand the kind of hearts people have. And let me tell you something. We sabotage our own destiny by the kind of heart we have towards our own blood. You know, you wonder why things are not happening, why you always go in cycles and cycles and cycles, why you are wallowing in poverty, while you're wallowing in sickness, why you have the spirit of confusion is following you, why you are always miserable, you don't have, yani, money come and go. Oh my God, this video is starting to act up. I just want to make a video, please. My video is glitching, and I don't know what I will do for it to stop glitching, because it really drives me crazy. Let me try and make it this video quickly. Let me put this camera down. You guys, sometimes you really want to help out. And let me tell you something. I think that as we grow older and as we become adults, we need to honestly sit ourselves down and have some interpersonal relationship. Have some relationship with your inner self and sit down and talk to yourself regarding your habits, regarding, I mean, you cannot be a horrible person and expect great things to happen to your life. You cannot be rumor monger. You cannot be somebody who is um, just all over the place hater and being so horrible beyond I cannot beyond your imagination, and expect anything good to happen to you in life. You cannot have anything good to happen to you in life. You have to be somebody. You know what? Let me just go straight to the point. Why am I speaking like this? So, I am a very The video is glitching again. Going and coming back, going and coming back. Just stay with me. I don't know what else I can do, man. I don't know. Stay with me. So, I'm a very compassionate person. I always try my best to, like, sort of um, give a lending hand to people, like help help people, especially the people that needs it, who have reached out and say that they need it. I always try as much as possible to help, right? So I had launched my salon, and then I know that somebody, probably one of you guys or people from my whatever, is going to watch this video and probably send the link to whoever I'm talking about. But I don't give a shit. You guys can go piss off. I don't care. I'm going to talk regarding this because some of you guys have really horrible attitudes, and you have the worst evil spirits, and you are witches, and you have to stop this nonsense. I am so mad. Even trying to talk about this makes me so furious. And I hate all of you bullshitting women who are crazy bullshit. You are very, very much cursed. I hate these women so much. Let me tell you why I hate these people. I know that my videos, this video, what am I gonna do with the video getting glitching like this, man? What happened to you? What really happened, man? I don't understand what happened to YouTube. It just keeps glitching and glitching. So this is how we're gonna do this video or what? Anyway, we're gonna do it whichever way. So this lady, okay, somebody reached out, and before this woman reached out, this crazy woman reached out. I don't care. If you like, you can send her this video. She's a crazy woman in my book, okay? So she reached out to me when I launched my business. I posted stuff. I avoid posting things on Facebook like a plague because I have people following me who have no business knowing my private life, like or the things that are happening. Like I don't wanna post anything on there. I just don't like. I don't want. Okay, so I posted regarding the business and whatnot, and somebody reached out, a relative, as a matter of fact. She needed work. So she was like, so I thought to myself, okay, if she needed work, I just launched, so why not give him work? Give her work. So I discussed this with my landlord because my landlord is pretty like pretty much close with me, and she's like an elderly woman whom sometimes I kind of talk to regarding stuff, like ask her idea regarding things. So I asked her, and I told her that I'm bringing on a relative coming from like the rural area, and she's coming to work for me. And then she asked me, "Are you sure you want to involve a relative in your business?" Then I was like, I haven't grown up with her, because she was young. Yani she was behind me by like I think 8 or 10 years. I think 8 years or something like that. She was behind me. So she's somebody that, I saw growing up. Like I saw her when she was 4, 5 years, 6, 7 years. And I think I probably left home after finishing school when she was probably in class standard 4, or I don't know. She was young. So I said, I haven't had anything major with this lady that I can actually speak about, that I know her character, but I think she kind of is okay. Let me just give her the benefit of a doubt and give her work, right? So this lady was very skeptical and told me that she knows that businesses never work out, especially when you include a family member in your business. It's a disaster. So I was like, just give it a benefit of a doubt. So I put in the work of trying to facilitate her, because when she was coming, I had to find a place for her to stay near the workplace, and I had to sort of do what normal human being does. You know, you just want somebody to feel much accommodated. I furnished the house a little bit and made it livable for her. Blanket, mattress, cooking stove, whatnot. Livable for her, you know. And then she came in, and all hell broke loose. Once, the first thing first, so that I needed somebody to like sort of um, a housekeeper, yeah. And then she immediately suggested that she brings her friend from wherever. So I was like, okay, that's fast. But she convinced me. At first, I felt like I didn't want, but then she convinced me that the lady is nice. She know her personally, and la la la. She brought the lady, and the lady stayed in my place, I think 1 month, because, you know, and the lady started, you know, I don't know, I don't want to get into too deep information, but the lady turned out to be something else, okay? Something else. So even her, she abruptly had to leave the house. So it seems, you know, the people, these two people, were always texting, because you know I had given this girl a phone, like a smartphone, for her to use while she's living at my house. Little did I know that this smartphone, she's using it to sort of gossip and send this woman text. So every time she sends my relative a text, the relative takes this text and then sends it to somebody else, like it's a gossiping spree, you know, for a reason that I have no idea of, you know. So then things started happening at work there, whereby rumor mongering and you know, backbiting, and people saying you know, like so and so said this, so and so said that, and I was like, we are never like this. We've always worked here, and yes, people talk, but I've never heard of rumors and you know, and yeah, just craziness happening at the place of work. I've never heard of this. So then I was just like, you know, someone, they were just like, somebody says this, you said this, somebody told me you said this, the other person said, little did, so when I came back home, I was asking this girl, the one who was in my house, how come the relative is actually saying that I said one, two, three about her, that I didn't even say? And then this girl is like, oh my God, you know, she's crazy. I've lived with her. I know her. She will never help you in that your salon. She's crazy. I know her. Even the where she used to work, she made every like she's always somebody who goes to work somewhere and everything scatters, you know, like sort of businesses break, and you know, she made sure that she made a mess, and you know, makes people to fight, and she's not a good person. You know, this girl, the girl she brought who is her friend, told me, is that what she said? Is that la la la? And then I was like, but my question is, who is trying to let us to bump heads, like sort of um little did I know that this girl, she denied and said that she's not the one, and la la la. So she actually comes from my house and insists that she has to hang out with this girl on her off day. So she goes, and then she they talk bullshit, and she tells her all these things which are very much lies. And then this girl comes one time, she was just giving me an attitude at work. You know, we have customers, she just walks off. She's not saying where she's going. She's like rude and arrogant. So I asked her, is everything okay? Because I see the way you're giving the attitude is not okay. Then she said, I have so much going on and I have so much I will explore right now. That time we were at work, we had other colleagues, and we were just us at work. Then I said to her, you better talk about it, whatever is bothering you. Talk about it now. So I insisted for her to talk. Then she said, don't feel like talking about it now. Then I said, what is it? Because I don't. I don't really know if I've done something wrong to you, or anybody at work has done something wrong. If someone has done something wrong, you better talk about it. Then she just explodes. And then she said so many things. She said so many things. And according to the way she was talking, she was speaking like people, somebody has told her this and that that I said. And to her, I was like, I helped her and I was telling everybody that I'm helping her, feeding her, taking care of her, like she eats. You guys, the kind of things that they were speaking were very village market type of things, very fish market type of things. I don't even want to get into such conversations because I feel like I'm losing brain cells talking about this kind of things. So that day she spoke so horrible, and she was saying that she has hated me since long time. That every time she saw me, even when I was at the village, she always walked the other direction when she saw me. So she hated me from long time. She knows I'm a horrible person. She knows that I will never. She said I will never be blessed because if I help someone, I announce it to people and let everybody know that I've helped her and yada yada. And you say this about my mother, you say that about my mother, you say this about me, you say this about me. And I'm like, I'm confused because I don't even know what this woman is talking about. So, they came to be friends. The girl whom she brought to my house was a very jealous person. How I knew about it was that I had a girl, I brought them in together, like the other girl who's been staying with me for quite some time. She had to leave. So I had to bring this girl so that she can train her, so that I trusted this girl. So when I brought them together, they were living in my house together. The two nannies, the one who was outgoing and the one that this cousin of mine brought me. I thought somebody told me, don't put these girls together in your house. It's going to be a disaster. And I was like, this girl is very mature. She loves God and la la la. I don't think so. She's going to get into crazy talks or gossiping. Then it happens that they obviously started gossiping. And the gossip came by when this crazy woman whom I was brought by my cousin were digging to find out how I live and how my house is and what is happening here, so that she can actually text my cousin to tell my cousin this is how she lives and this is how she is. In meanwhile, she was like a monitoring spirit who was sent to my house to monitor how I live. So the girl didn't obviously had no idea what was going on. So even her, she was just talking to her, and probably she didn't say anything wrong. But this girl probably twisted her words because now that I have realized everything has my eyes is open to everything. I realized that probably the girls, she was digging for dirt about me, and the girl spoke stuff to her, which she spoke in confidence. But the woman thought that she's going to be favorable to me. So she came to me and actually told me that my outgoing nanny has told her one, two, three about me. So, and she was like, sort of, she wanted this outgoing nanny to actually leave so that, like sort of scatter, collect and scatter. This is the kind of people they were. At that moment, I didn't know. So I actually sat them and speak to both of them, and I say to her, "You have a choice because you've been digging for that in my house as you have just arrived. So it's better for you to also leave if you want to live together. It is fine. I will find somebody to come and man my house. I don't care. You can both of you leave." But she opted to stay. She only stayed to collect data and to scatter and to send to my cousin and tell her how I live, how my house is, la la la, and all that. So then I realized that this girl is the type of a person who anapeleka udaku here and there. Like, she is a slanderer. So I told her, during your days off, I don't want you to go to the salon. I want you to find other places to go. Go to church, come back home, do whatever, visit your friends. Then she says, I don't have friends. The only friend I have is now this cousin of mine who's working at the salon. So then I became lenient and I let her. Now every day is off, she was going to the salon. Little did I know that she's only going there to scatter and to make things crazy at work. Now she's going there saying la 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 la, and all this bullshit. And then she went there and like spread a lot of rumors, a lot of untrue rumors. She spoke to my cousin a lot of untrue things and all that. Then now my cousin like became very hostile, and she was very rude and very obnoxious and very narcissistic and just a horrible demonic person, a horrible demonic person. That is how I can put it, you know. So meanwhile, I'm still her boss. I'm still like if I'm in position to help her, I will help. But all this, she doesn't see them. She still attack me and abuse me over these stupid allegations that have no bearing at all. So I still have had her. So that is from August until December. I still have her. But the minute these two set foot in my life, everything, I had no peace now. Okay, I had no peace at work. I had no peace, and it was very sad. I don't like to don't not like somebody around me. If I don't like you, you just go. So I had to put up with her because again she's like sort of related to me. And again, I feel like she so I feel like I'm helping, but she don't give a shit about me. In short. So they came, they scattered, they like made sure that my relationships with people around work are like damaged and whatnot. But the last straw for me, or the last that something that pinned me on the wall, was the fact that she protected this woman who was living, whom she brought to live in my house, right? So they like sort of made a plan for her to leave my house, as in just like cooked something, a plan or whatnot, to leave my house so that she can go find work elsewhere. So she went, she left, and this my cousin was telling people at work. Okay, before she left, she went to work crying and wailing and talking so much things, like sort of talking about me and telling these people every like things that does not even have bearing, things that don't have bearing, while crying and wailing and making me to look like such a horrible human being. This is the girl who came to my place who didn't have enough clothing, who came to my place sick. She had some bleeding problems that I had to buy her medication to fix that hormone imbalance issue that she was going through. I had to buy her clothes and made sure that she was fed and she was okay. And even before she left my house, she was telling me that you have lived with me so well, I will never ever forget. Even when I go out there, I don't have anything bad to say about you. You've lived with me so well. Only for her to go to my workplace and embarrass me and say all these crazy things for these people to listen and laugh and obviously these people were listening and were judging me wrongfully and all that. So me, I was not at work when all this was happening. So because I was still wondering to myself, why is my cousin saying that somebody has told her one, two, three? When I asked my co-workers, all of them are very mature people. They are not into this business of spreading rumors or saying one, two, three. I've stayed with these people for more than 2 years, and nothing of this drama has ever happened around this place of work. So I'm thinking to myself, how so that all of a sudden things are breaking and everything is going crazy around here? Only to realize after this woman had left that she is the one who actually fabricated all these stories and fed my cousin with all the craziness. And so my cousin came to attack me with things that had no bearing. Okay, so I was hurt. That day she attacked me, and she spoke to me so rudely. People were trying to tell her to calm down and to be a bit more respectful because I'm her senior, but she couldn't listen, none of that. She was just going off on me in front of people, right? And she was like, I am going, I am upset. I mean, you're upset over nothing. Literally, these demonic women, both of her, her and her friend are very much demonic. If you want, you can send this video to her and tell her she is bullshit, demonic woman. She needs to go and get deliverance. Otherwise, it shall never be well with her. No matter what, until she changes her attitude and her character, it shall never be well with her. No wonder everywhere she steps, she scatters. Everywhere she steps, it shall never be well with her. That is what I said. You don't go, it shall never be well with her. She have to change in order for her ways to be straight. Otherwise, you come to curse. You curse who? Me? Me? No, I am not even cursable. It's not possible to curse me. It's not possible to curse me. Listen. So I said, I know the video is still glitching, but you guys forgive me. Just listen to the story. I hope it's recording my voice during the glitching episode. Just listen to the story. So then I became lenient, even though I didn't know why I was being attacked. I still like sort of let her continue working with me. People were telling me, you have to release this woman. This woman is a disaster. She'll bring so much chaos at your workplace, and she will even damage your work, your business. Just release this woman. And I kept saying, no, it's okay. Just let her keep staying for a while. Let her make one, two, three few money for her small children, and they need the money and all that. So I let her stay. After she had already threatened to leave, you know, she threatened to don't know what and all that. So I was very upset because I felt like, okay, you're trying to help someone, but these people have a spirit. They have a spirit. So they can as well sabotage everything, including your peace of mind. So why are you tying yourself with this person? So, so what made me sad more is the fact that she came to my workplace and she found that I was very, very, like we were working so well with a lady that I had been working with for the last 2 years. And she felt very much jealous regarding the kind of relationship I had with this woman. And she sort of decided that she wanted to scatter the entire thing. She even made a whole plan on how she's going to make sure that this woman made the whole plan, and the entire thing was to come and scatter my business and make sure my business is destabilized. She told people, she made phone calls, she did all that. Then there was a time we were speaking to her. I was making stories with her. These stories that you can sit down from your home, from your rural village where you grew up, and then you can make stories. Just like adults, you can make stories. And you can make stories with me regarding so and so or what not, or regarding what happened in your childhood or what not. Not in my lifetime will I pick up a phone call and start calling the people to tell them so and so said this about you. That's not in me. Mm-mm. I don't have that spirit. So we spoke like adults, and then she decided to pick up a phone and call somebody from my family and tell her, guess what? And this time she told her, not that we were talking both of us, but she said that I was speaking to somebody. regarding my family issues. And this somebody is the one who told her. And this somebody was my workmate, the lady whom I've been with for 2 years. So she said that I explained these things to my workmate, and my workmate went and sit her down and told her all these things. So the minute my workmate tells her, she decided to take a phone and call this lady and told her, so and so is spreading your name, saying this rumor, saying this about you, and she was saying one, two, three, said one, two, three. This is a 32-year-old woman doing all this, a mother of five. This is the one. So I'm just thinking to myself, okay. So the person that she called became very distant with me, and I was wondering why. Then my landlord, I asked my landlord, there is this person that I usually talk to. We call each other once in a while. But I called her the other day and she was very distant and she was very cold towards me. And then this lady told me, you know what? Somebody must have fed her with something. So you have to investigate because I'm sure she cannot just be cold for nothing. Now to come and realize, I called this person and I asked her, what's the matter? You are very cold, you're very distant. What happened? Only for her to tell me that the cousin who is working for me called her to scatter my relationship with her. That was her intention. Scatter. Me, when I was with her, I was not supposed to have any healthy relationship with anybody, anybody. Everything has to scatter. So she says that I'm spreading rumors and I'm saying one, two, three, one, two, three. And she's mentioning my workmate who had nothing to do with it. So one day she calls me once more. At this particular juncture, I have no idea that she had called this other person that I know to tell her about rumors and to make sure that we don't get along. I had no idea. So then we are still working together. At this time, I've already like sort of coached her into doing nails. She can do nails. I coach her free of charge. She can do nails. She can earn a little bit of money and all that. We are still working. But remember, from the time she embarrassed me in front of people, she is have no. I don't have. I feel like I don't have any relationship with her. I feel like she is. I know her true colors. I'm just putting her at bay. So she is still telling people that I have refused. I don't want to introduce her and bring her to my house. Because according to her, she's saying that I said to someone that if she brings her to if I bring her to my house, she will sort of bewitch me. And then I'm thinking to myself, with this kind of character and attitude, why would I have you come to my space? Why? I would never. I could never, you know? So you are right. I cannot. I cannot bring you to my space. Never. Forget. You don't qualify to enter my house. You don't. So then she's still working. She's still working with me, working at my place. Sometimes I catch her looking at me with these hateful eyes that only your worst enemy can look at you with. Then I just brush it off. Then 2 weeks ago, she calls me. This is after she had planned to scatter my relationship with my workmate, the one I've worked with for 2 years. She calls me and then she sits me down. And then she starts telling me on how the person I trust so much has been gossiping behind my back and saying one, two, three, and said this and said this and said that. Now she's telling me about my workmate whom I've had for like 2 years. She's saying, don't trust this woman. She's very evil. She's like this. I hate this woman so much. Don't trust her. She's the one who actually called the other relative to tell her that you told her this. And she did this. This, my workmate has nothing to do with any of this. She has nothing. She doesn't even know what is happening. And then in the middle of her accusing this woman, she says that please don't tell her because I don't want any bad blood between us. Don't tell her. Just leave it between us. Then in my heart of hearts, I feel like because things have been going in cycles and my feelings have been hurt and my relationships are being damaged and all this, I have to put a meeting. I have to call you. If you have to accuse somebody in her absence, you have to be bold enough to accuse her in her presence. So I have to call all of you together to sit down and talk. This is what I did. So this my workmate had already realized that something was not right. So this my workmate made a phone call to this cousin of mine, and they spoke for so long. And my workmate recorded the entire conversation. And in the conversation, she was saying, my cousin was saying that the reason why I told her the things I told her about you was because I wanted to ruin the your work. I wanted you to like sort of stop working with her, like get go. I don't like I wanted you to just ruin it, everything for you guys, business wise, not to work together, nothing. I just wanted for you guys to be like separate, like everybody to have bad blood with each other. That is what my aim was. So she told this woman, and this woman was meanwhile recording, okay? So then the day I found out when I called this relative of mine that she called to tell that I've badmouthed her, which is all lies, by the way. They were just general conversation that I was having with her, but she called my other relative to sort of twist my words and make me look like a bad person to ruin my relationship with this my relative. So then I called my relatives and my relative told me everything. It was my foster son's birthday and my relative was supposed to come with her small children to the birthday, but she was a no-show. So my relative was saying I was a no-show because she asked me not to come. My cousin, the one who's working for me, I was a no-show because she asked me not to come. So it was all planned. So I was very hurt, you know. Then I called this cousin of mine, the one who works for me. I called her crying. I was like, how can you hurt me like that? Why would we talk something and then you pick up a phone and then say, call the other person to actually even put things the way they were not even? What were you going to gain from all that? Why were you doing all that? And she was apologizing and apologizing and saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So then still, she puts blame on my workmate. And she says, your workmate is not the person that she is. She wants me and you to not be together. She's jealous over me. She's la, 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 la. Now my workmate. Like she's diverting a proper narcissist. Is it called narcissistic behavior? Proper. So she's twisting and she's not taking blame. She says, sorry, but your workmate is not good and la la la. Then I told her, please don't call my workmate and tell her anything about this that we have planned. Just know that we've talked. but just know that I have to put a meeting and we have to talk all of us. Then she was like, okay, you don't have to actually let it just be between us as a family. I said no. Since you have, we have to bring her and we have to talk and we have to find out the truth regarding all this chaos. Then she was like, if that's what you decided, then that's fine. So I go to work. I find the lady there, and obviously I feel like I'm so betrayed. I've been betrayed and whatnot. So before I even go to work, remember I told her don't mention anything. But she went and told this lady that, oh my God, imagine me. They call me Becky. Imagine Becky or my Rebecca. She is very mad. She's very upset. She called me crying. Blah blah blah. Blah. There's another drama. But blah, blah, blah. Now she's already reporting before I even reach there. Then this woman, the girl, the lady who works with me for the last 2 years, she's like, you know what? Today I'm ready for anything. Whatever it is that you have mentioned to her about me, or whatever it is that you've been mentioning to her about me, today you will know who I am. It's either I leave this place, but all of you will have to respect me. Even her, she was ready for war this day. So I go to work and I pray to God. I say, God, I have to learn to solve this conflict. I have to do conflict resolution here. Please help me. I was so upset, but I want to calm down and just discuss things in an elderly manner, mature manner. So I sit down and then I call the lady. We start talking, and then my cousin comes in. Also, I call her and I tell her, you have to sit down. So we talk. We talk, talk, talk. Come to find out, the entire conversation, my colleague had nothing to do with it. It was all planned by my cousin to scatter and make sure that the relationships with people around me are scattered. Her together with a woman whom she brought to stay in my house. So then, remember, she said that she was saying that I told my sister, she was calling me her sister, about you. I told you, like, remember, she was recorded saying all this. Now, when I called in the meeting, she says that she didn't say anything. She says that she didn't mention my workmate's name. She didn't. Now she's denying everything, yet it's all on record. So from then onwards, I realized that I'm dealing with an enemy. That people have been telling me to let her go for the last, I don't know, since she stepped foot, and she brought that girl in my house. People have been advising me to let her go, that she's a disaster, but I was not listening. So the other day, I sat and I thought about it. I thought about it so deep, and I thought about it, and I say, actually, there's nothing to even think about here deep. Just let her go. Let her go. We are all adults. She can survive. She has survived all these years without me. She can still survive without me, so she have to go. We have to part ways. And meanwhile, even before I released her, she was telling people how she's going to find work, how she's going to do this, how she don't want to work with for me, how she's finding work, she's looking for work, la la la, and all that. So you guys, whatever you do, please stop involving your family members. They have no good hearts towards you, no good intentions towards you. They don't give a shit about you. You ain't shit according to them, okay? Don't break your back and have sleepless nights over people who will not give a shit about you, okay? Learn from me. It is better to take that money in the orphanage. It's better to help a total stranger with whichever money you are helping a relative. Learn from me. Anyway, the video is acting up, and I think maybe you've heard my voice or whatnot. I don't know what this video was like, but at least Hmm. I'm using borrowed bundles, so I cannot film a video and upload live video. Let me read from you guys quickly. This video is really freezing. Uh, mhm. The video is glitching. Hmm. You are good trust. You have good trusting heart, but you need to stop that. It is sad that at times we have to stand back and watch out people are so bad. I'd cut them all. But she is a very much low life, crazy person, and it's better that I am very much at peace and I'm free now. I called her mom and told her mom everything because before she left my place, I called her mother and I told her mother this is exactly what happened and this is how she is. You know her, she's your daughter. You know that she's very much capable of doing everything that I'm telling you. But then what she's done to me is bad and she has to just go. It's okay. I don't want anything to do with her. It's okay. She can go and deal with her own issues elsewhere. As for me here, let me also deal with my own issues. But bringing in a relative to work for you is a no go zone. Please. Or even to live with you is a no go zone. At least I have a relative living with me now. That's Daisy. I mean, she's 18 now. I can live with her because technically she's a young adult that I can talk to and I can actually monitor, and I can actually yell at when she is wrong. But this other person, and also she needs me. That's why she has to live with me right now. But this other person is a grown ass adult who have a teenage child. I'm not dealing with her. Mm-mm. Let her go and no. And even if you watch this video and you think that I care, whoever wants to screenshot or even scroll this video and photocopy and send it to her. Do it now. What are you still waiting for? Low life women. Why do you think I care? I don't care. I don't care. But just know that so long as if you don't change your characters and your attitude in the year 2023, you guys are going, this kind of women will just keep going in cycles. And don't blame your village people now. Don't blame, nobody has bewitched any of you. Don't blame anybody in your village for the way your life is going in cycle. It's you who has bewitched yourself, your mumu self. I'm done with this video. I'll see you in 2023. Hopefully, it's almost a few days.